What if I told you that the biggest battle in artificial intelligence is happening right now? OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, is waging war against DeepSeek, a rising AI powerhouse from China. They're pushing for a ban, calling it a major national security threat. But is this really about security? Or is OpenAI just trying to crush its competition before it's too late? The answers might change the way you think about AI forever. Stay with me, because what we're about to uncover will shock you. Artificial intelligence isn't just changing the world. It's becoming a global arms race. Governments, corporations, and tech moguls are fighting for control, and the stakes couldn't be higher. But in this war, the battlefield isn't made of tanks or missiles. It's built with algorithms and data. Right now, two of the most powerful AI giants, OpenAI and DeepSeek, are locked in a brutal showdown. DeepSeek has exploded onto the scene, offering advanced AI capabilities that rival OpenAI's models at a fraction of the cost. But OpenAI and the US government aren't having it. They claim DeepSeek is a serious national security risk and are calling for an outright ban. Is this about protecting data, or is it an attempt to stop a competitor before it grows too powerful? To understand the real story, we have to go deeper, because this isn't just an AI rivalry. It's a global power struggle between the United States and China. What is DeepSeek? DeepSeek is a new AI model developed in China, and it has quickly become one of the most talked about names in artificial intelligence. Some experts claim it's as powerful as GPT-4, while others argue that it could surpass OpenAI's models in certain tasks. But here's the real kicker. DeepSeek is significantly cheaper and more accessible. It's been gaining traction among developers, businesses, and even regular users. That's when the alarms started ringing in the US tech industry. The national security argument. The official reason behind the push to ban DeepSeek is national security. According to US officials and OpenAI executives, there are serious concerns that DeepSeek could be used for data collection, espionage, and cyber warfare. Here's what they claim. Chinese tech companies are legally required to cooperate with the government when requested. This means that if China's government wanted access to DeepSeek's data, the company might have no choice but to hand it over. Cybersecurity analysts claim that DeepSeek collects user data that could be used for surveillance. Some reports even suggest that the model logs keystrokes and browsing activity. The US military has already banned DeepSeek from being used on government devices, citing potential risks to national security. OpenAI's real motive? Let's be real. OpenAI is a business, and DeepSeek is a serious threat to its dominance. Some experts argue that OpenAI's campaign against DeepSeek is less about national security and more about eliminating competition. Here's why. OpenAI has enjoyed a near monopoly on cutting-edge AI models, but DeepSeek's rise directly threatens its market share. OpenAI claims that DeepSeek could be used for propaganda and misinformation, but OpenAI itself has been accused of bias and censorship in its own models. There are reports that OpenAI has been quietly pressuring US lawmakers to restrict Chinese AI models to slow down the competition. It's a classic corporate power move. Convince the government to ban your competition under the guise of national security. But is this really just OpenAI versus DeepSeek? Or is this part of something much bigger? Because when you zoom out, this fight isn't just about two companies. It's about two superpowers battling for AI dominance. The bigger picture, the US-China AI war. To understand why DeepSeek is such a big deal, we need to talk about the bigger war happening behind the scenes. For years, the US has been leading in artificial intelligence. Companies like OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft have built some of the most powerful models in the world. But China has been catching up, and fast. The Chinese government has poured billions into AI research, aiming to become the world leader in artificial intelligence by 2030. And DeepSeek is just one example of this rapid progress. The US government has already taken aggressive steps to slow China's AI growth. They've restricted exports of high-powered AI chips to Chinese companies. They've blacklisted certain Chinese AI firms from working with US businesses. Now, They're pushing to ban DeepSeek, potentially setting a precedent for banning other Chinese AI models in the future. What happens if DeepSeek gets banned? The push to ban DeepSeek is gaining momentum. Several U.S. states have already restricted its use, and federal lawmakers are considering a full-scale nationwide ban. But let's step back for a second. What would actually happen if DeepSeek gets banned in the U.S.? First, let's be clear, banning DeepSeek won't stop it from growing. Even if the U.S. blocks DeepSeek from government devices, businesses, and app stores, the model will still be widely available. Developers around the world can still access it, train it, and deploy it. And here's the real issue. Banning DeepSeek could have unintended consequences. China's AI market will grow even faster. If DeepSeek is blocked in the US, it won't disappear. Instead, it will focus on expanding in Asia, Europe, and other global markets. The AI world will become more divided. Right now, the AI industry is somewhat connected, with US and Chinese models competing in the same space. But a ban could lead to the creation of separate AI ecosystems, where Chinese AI and Western AI operate in isolation. The open-source AI community could take a hit. DeepSeek is based on open-source principles, and banning it could set a precedent for restricting OpenAI models in the future. And here's something even bigger. What if China retaliates? The US isn't the only country with powerful AI tools. China has its own tech giants like Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent, building AI models that could challenge OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft. If the US bans DeepSeek, China could respond by banning American AI models from its own market. That would mean no ChatGPT in China, no Google Gemini in China, no Microsoft-backed AI tools in China. In other words, a full-scale AI Cold War. Which leads us to the next big question. Is this battle between OpenAI and DeepSeek really just the beginning of something much bigger? The AI Cold War. Is it already here? The United States and China are already locked in a technology arms race. But some experts believe the battle over AI is the most important war of all. Why? Because artificial intelligence isn't just about chatbots and search engines. It's about power, influence, and control over the future. Right now, AI is shaping everything from finance to military strategy. Governments are using AI to predict cyber attacks before they happen, monitor social media for potential threats, automate weapons systems for future warfare. And in this race, the country that develops the best AI could gain an unmatched advantage in global power. The US knows this. That's why it's rushing to stay ahead. But here's where it gets even more complicated. China knows it too. China isn't just investing in AI. It's making AI a core part of its long-term strategy. The Chinese government has set a goal to become the world leader in AI by 2030. They're pouring billions into AI research, training millions of engineers, and rapidly developing new models, like DeepSeek. So if the US bans DeepSeek, does that mean China loses the AI war? Not even close. In fact, it can make China more aggressive. Think about what happened when the US put restrictions on Huawei. China responded by doubling down on domestic semiconductor production. If DeepSeek gets banned, China could do the same for AI. It might start blocking US AI models from its markets, investing even more in AI research and development, pushing its AI models into international markets that aren't aligned with the US. And if that happens, we could see a future where the world is divided into two AI superpowers, one led by the US and one led by China. Is that where we're headed? Or is there a way to avoid a full-scale AI Cold War? Open source AI, the real victim? Beyond the politics and corporate battles, there's one group that could suffer the most from the DeepSeek ban: the open source AI community. Here's why. DeepSeek is built on open source AI principles. That means developers can access, modify, and improve its code. This is the same approach used by projects like Meta's Llama models and other community-driven AI tools. But if the US bans DeepSeek, it could set a dangerous precedent for future open-source AI models. Imagine this. What happens if OpenAI decides to shut down access to its models for security reasons? What if governments start banning any AI models they can't fully control? What if open source AI becomes too risky for major platforms to support? This could be the beginning of a future where AI is controlled only by the biggest tech companies and governments. For years, AI development has been driven by open source collaboration. But the DeepSeek controversy could push AI into the hands of just a few major players. And if that happens, the entire future of artificial intelligence could be shaped by corporate interests and political agendas. Is that the future we want? If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest AI